Hey guys, Troy from another video. Before we get started today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like or comment this video really helps this video get seen, really helps the YouTube algorithm. And because this is a really important video, this is my top 20 kettlebell exercises for fat loss. I've just filmed a workout with all these 20 exercises in it. I'll put a link in the description below. It'll also come up right here if you want to go to that right now. Also, if you want to watch this video, it will give you technique tips on how to complete all 20 exercises. So when you do jump into the workout, it's more effective and there's no pausing and stopping to look at the technique. So first exercise, are in no particular order. First one's a lateral swing. So we got a nice wide stance so you can get into some form a lateral swings where we hinge, we swing and we go straight into the other side. Same hip hinge mechanics as normal kettlebell swing, but we're loading up one side, locking out the opposite knee. Next one, we're going to go into alternating lateral swings. Start feet together, hinge, swing and alternate. Next, we're going to go into a Romanian deadlift with a knee drive. A couple of tips for this one. Go into a normal Romanian deadlift. We're going to pause on the ground, thinking about keeping the hips level to the ground. We're going to come up and do a leg drive where you get your knee up to 90 degrees and you're going to repeat. Put the kettlebell back down for a pause and come up and bring that knee up to 90 degrees. What I have found, I don't know why, but if you do not drive that knee up 90 degrees, is a lot harder to balance. When you get up to 90 degrees, it's better to stick that landing. You'll actually see in the first round of the workout, I fell over twice because I wasn't getting that knee up 90 degrees. So for some reason, that just helps me balance a little bit better. Pausing obviously is going to help in driving through. Next one, when you go into a lateral lunge with a row. So now we're into that same mechanics of the lateral lunge, locking out this leg, one row, drive back with that leg. Down, rowing, up, really thinking about hinging at the hips, staying down there for your full row or before you push back up. Next one, we're going to do a swing and a squat single arm. So it's going to be one swing. As the kettlebell comes up, we squat pretty deep. Swing, squat. Next one, I'm going to change hands for this one. You're going to do that with a lunge. I like to go, the arm that's holding that kettlebell, that leg is going to go back into a lunge. Same thing where we swing. As it comes up, we lunge. Swing, lunge. Next one, we're going to incorporate alternating lunges with a side swing. So kettlebell this time, opposite leg is going to go back so that the kettlebell is next to the front leg that is loaded up. We're going to swing, change hands, alternate legs that always finish outside that front and alternate. Power's coming from the front leg. A little bit of hinge involved in this one, but it's mostly a lunge technique. Next one, we're going to a split stance RDL with some ski swings. So we're going to, the same leg as the kettlebell is forward this time, hinging and swinging. Hinging, really loading up that one hamstring and glute on that front leg. The back heel is up, just to soften that knee. It's all about the hinging. Next one, I've added something a little bit dynamic to the side swings I've been doing in my videos. So we're going to go a side swing. We're going to come up into a pull press. Key with this one, feet stay straight, but the torso is going to turn to get that pull and press. So hinging out, rotate, pull press, straight into the next rep. Actually, the pushing out of the kettlebell really helps you get momentum and to go into your next side swing. That's that one. Then into a more dynamic split stance RDL, where we take the same leg back this time, load up into an RDL, and then we push up to get more dynamic movement of the front leg, the hamstring and glute. So we're hinging, lights up with that back leg because all the weight's on the front. Again, teaching that hip hinge on that front leg. Another form of dynamic movement for a lateral swing. You've got to be quick on your feet here, especially if it's a heavy kettlebell, because I'm going to step into a normal swing stance. I'm going to hinge, but as I push back, I'm going to do tap and quickly go into another one. If you spend too much time up here, the kettlebell is going to come down and hit your legs, so you've got to be very careful. Make sure you come up, you're not spending too much time, feet together. You tap, you drive with the outside leg, power's coming from there, but you've got to be quick. If you want to do a pause, you've got to time it straight away. Depends how heavy your kettlebell is. Like I said, heavy one, light tap, go straight away. Next one, lateral lunge, alternating row catch. So wide stance, load into your lateral lunge. You're going to row and change. Finish on the inside of the foot, row and change. Power has to come from the legs and the arm to get the kettlebell up, to have some air time, to be able to change in midair. Now I'm going to transition to all the floor and core exercises. A couple reasons this exercise is good. You're going to get a little bit of quad activation, a quad stretch, and you get more range of motion to your bicep curl. So as you go into an eccentric bicep curl, you're going to lean back, stretch your quads, keeping your chest up, push back with the quads and curl. Leaning back, contract. Next one is an around the world with a pause, just to really focus on core stability here. So you're going to go around backwards, come down, pause, keeping your chest up. Where you pull, really focus on the anti-rotation where you don't move your body. Keep everything as still, keep your trunk as still as you can. Slight pause, lift and come back. And an effective single-legged exercise to get a bit more hamstrings and glutes. We're going to go single-legged bridges. Pretty good knee bend here. Other leg straight up to get more range of motion when we get up higher and down. Single-legged bridge, foot on the kettlebell. Next one is possibly one of the hardest kettlebell movements you'll ever do for the core. We're going to do a side plank into a row on the hand. So I like to put the hand out this way, you can put that way. I think forward is a bit more challenging than the shoulder stability, so I like to get out to the side. Feet on top of each other, kettlebell right underneath the chest as you keep that side plank position as you row. Pausing on the ground every time. Like I said, you'll find this probably one of the most challenging exercises you've done. If you're going to follow the video, you might just want to go to a side plank, hand on the elbow, or you can do a dynamic side plank if you like, which I have done in all my videos, where you place the kettlebell on the hip, loop your hand through, pick up and hold. But in the new video, I have that side plank row. Next one, great tricep builder, where we can get more range of motion in your triceps by really getting as deep as you can into elbow flexion, but the head gets in the way typically with a skull crusher. So all we're going to do is pop the head out the way to get really good flexion of the elbow joint, extend the flexion and extension, alternate the head each time, really good range of motion through the elbows. Next one we'll go into is a single arm bench press with a scissor kick. The way I like to teach it is if I'm holding the kettlebell on my right hand side, my right leg's going to start in, other hand's out to the side for a bit more balance. This leg is up in the air, and as I take the kettlebell down, I'm going to change legs. And as I press, I'm going to time it to come back. Really trying to think about keeping the trunk nice and still again as you press straight up over the shoulder with the kettlebell, hitting the floor. You can rest your legs if you like to. The more advanced version is obviously keeping everything up. And press, and down, and press. Really trying to think about this hand is for stability, keep everything as still as you can. Last couple. Russian twist with a press, holding onto the kettlebell, lean back into a slight V-sit. You're going to take it across, reach slightly down to the ground. Other side, come back to the middle. Press up overhead, keep that V-sit as you alternate. Come back to middle, press, alternate, back to middle, press. Last one. And you go into a scissor kick with a kettlebell hold into a hollow position. So kettlebell up, knee in, hollow position as you just alternate legs. And there you go, guys. If you want to give that workout a go, again, there is a link right here, and there's one down below in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. There's my top 20 exercises for fat loss. See you guys next workout.
I'll never find you again.